But I want to come to you, Sandip Agarwal, for an assessment, because one question which everybody is asking, how will this move impact the margins of IT companies, and also how they need to redraw the strategies?
Yeah, so good afternoon and thanks for having me on the show. So in terms of numbers, if you see broad numbers, the top 5 has $80 billion of revenues and the EBIT margin give or take is 19-20%. So, 16 billion, and assuming that whatever is shown $100,000 additional cost per visa, and if you multiply that by the number of visas which were issued last time, it means that there will be, 1.6 billion impact on 20 billion of EBIT. Of 16 billion of EBIT, so it is around 10%. But I think, I think this is a very positive move in the long run, because post-COVID we have seen and the world has seen that every execution can be done from India. So I will not comment much on the shorter term, because in shorter term there are some growth issues also, and there is AI which is still disrupting, and then this is a new problem. So how companies will do, I don't know, but in a longer term, I think now it will be easier to convince client that this work can also be offshored. And trust me, the country number 2, country number 3, country number 4, which can, take some outsourcing work, their prices are much higher than what we are charging to the client. So there is only one destination in the world from where this work can be executed at that affordable price. So I think that in long run things will change and it will be better. In short run, there is a shocker, there is hardship, and I believe, I don't know what is the purpose of doing it, first of all, because there is no unemployment in US tech. It is very hard to find people, because for even few people you have to give so many ads, and they are asking insane amount of money, and they want to work from base locations, they want to work 4 or 5 hours a day. So it is very difficult. I don't know what purpose this will solve, but yes, for us in near term, short term, it could be negative, but in longer term, I don't see much challenge.
But Sandip, from an investment point of view, and donning an investors and IT analyst hat, and I'm just looking at the year-to-date figures here. We're talking about an underperforming sector, which was already grappling with all the AI transition and whether or not now it's an old sector. At what pace will it actually manage to keep up? And I was just looking at the figures. The Nifty IT index alone is down about almost, 15.5 to 16% on a year-to-date basis. Now with this fresh blow of H1B visas, you think it's going to make, IT as a sector financially unviable, challenging? I mean, even if you were to argue that Indian IT has reduced reliance on H1Bs and smaller mid-cap companies would get priced out, but you think the damage is not just in the price and there's more to come?
Yeah, so, we have been cautioning everyone in several interactions in last 10 to 12 months that there is some challenge. And that challenge we have seen in last 30 years during every technology transition phase, because, Indian IT companies don't both the task that, they have to execute existing clients' work, and also they have to train people in the new technology which comes in. But they are able to train in 4 to 6 quarters, and then they get a lot of revenue which comes up. Now, this time we don't have clarity still, while I believe that, efforts are going down because of AI, as told by the previous speaker also. So I think we are facing a challenge where growth is going down because of disruption, and we have to do this transition. And then, there is another problem to deal with. So I think, we are going through a tough phase from the sector perspective. And I think, uncertainty will be a chaos, and I don't think any of the investors would like to be in an uncertain sector. So there'll be some challenges in near term, but as I said that in longer term, we will see much better times ahead, and this will make a lot of structural shift in the sector. And I think a lot of offshoring will be possible, a lot of margins can go up in long term, but in short term, yes, there is hardship.
Short term, you believe there is going to be some hardship, but is there going to be a play, Sandeep, between large players and mid-cap IT players? Because large players may absorb some of the costs, but mid players will not do so.
No, absolutely. That was always true, and that still holds true. But the only difference is that, till 2019, if you see the sizes of the deals were massive, mega size deals. After that, because of quick technology disruptions which are happening, the tenures of the deal have gone down substantially, and because tenures have gone down, the sizes of deal has gone down, and that's the reason we saw that in 2021-22, for first time after 35 years, The first big movers were the mid-sized companies like the Mindtrees, the LTIs, the LTTS, the Persistent, KPIT, Tech Mahindra and all. And I think this time the deal sizes are further going down with AI coming in. So we will see, further shortening of the tenure and smaller deals, which will benefit the small companies more. So I think there is a benefit of execution for the small, and obviously there is a challenge of handling this kind of cost impacts. So it is a mix, but I will still say that, small will do better than mid and mid will do better than large also, because small are more rationally priced than the mid and mid are more rationally priced than the large in terms of PEG ratio. So I think the PEG ratios for the large ones are very, very high still given the growth.
Okay.
Sandip, I want to come to you. One important and pertinent question here becomes the FII money flowing into Indian IT sector. After this structural headwind, and you're mentioning that long term, there is going to be beneficial for IT industry. How will FIIs look at this story?
No, so we have seen a tendency of FIIs are actually pulling out of the sector also for quite some time now, because growth has fallen and stocks have been quite expensive. And I think with this, no new money will definitely come for some time till clarity emerges. But let me tell you that Indian IT companies have weathered all this storm in last 30 years, and this time also they will definitely find a good way out of this issue also. It is right now things are looking very dark, but I think in next 2, 3, 6 months, they will find out ways to do. So I am not negative on the longer term. In short term, there is hardship, but I am very confident there is no other source of resource available. So we will come back very strongly and it will be better.
Okay, great to then have you on the show, all of you. Mr. Gurnani, Neeti, thank you so much for your time today. And Sandip, great having you and getting in your perspective as well. Well, clearly, Ankur, Monday is going to be one action-packed